Happy Monday, everyone, and welcome back. We had a 5K over the weekend. Shoutouts to Cody Gilbert for taking down the Sharp Gaming 5K event, taking down the Shark deck in the finals. Discard taking down Shark. Nothing too crazy there. Outside of those two decks topping, there was 3 Steel Songs, 1 Amber Steel Aggro, a Purple Steel Tempo, and also an Amethyst Emerald Tempo deck in the top 8 for this event. I believe there's 73 total players, and again, shoutouts to Cody for taking a deck that isn't a common deck. It's not a popular deck, but let's just say screw that, go ahead and do it. This is a very fun color combination. There's an incredibly powerful card that we'll get to when we talk about the actions down there. And whether you're playing Sharpshooter, as some people have called this deck, personally, I've been very biased against Robin Hood Sharpshooter for quite some time now, and I still don't think that he has a place in this deck. I think that it's much better without him. And just going with the Emerald Ruby action style discard deck, we do also, so we do see there is no Shark in here. On turn 1, you got that good old discard play line. You got Diablo. Go ahead, look at that opponent's hand, see what's going on. Turn 2, coming back, usually with an Ursula. Go ahead, hit a song out of their hand. Hit that Diablo shift if you can. A couple utility cards there. We got Queen of Hearts. When she's damaged, she's a 4/4 beast of a monster. Dormouse helping you get to there too, because when you play this character, you can put 1 damage counter on chosen character. So a few things with Dormouse. He beats an Iago, or no, he does not beat an Iago because that's not an action. So disregard that. Going really late, we're just talking. But you can go ahead, finish off a character. He beats an Iago if it's got 5 damage already on it. That works. Dormouse to finish off a character. Otherwise, putting a damage onto your Queen of Hearts to give her the 4 strength total to go ahead and take out bigger threats as she needs and sees fit. Like I said, the Diablo shift line. Prince John just really strong. Chip, when you play him, you make your opponent discard a card. It's similar to the, was it a Daisy Duck? She has a 2/3 with the same effect. When you play her, your opponent has to discard a card. Going for the 3 strength over the 3 willpower. Cricky allowing your characters to just get beefed up a little bit. Go ahead, and sometimes you're challenging into your opponent's board. Sometimes you have to answer their board to gain the control. You already took out their hand. You need to take out their board now, so you play Cricky, and then you get some really strong trade value off of a lot of the cards that we're going for. We got a bunch of actions in the deck, so highlighting Lilo causing an uproar. So if you played 3 or more actions, you get to play this 5-cost 4/4 2-quester for free. And when you play her, you get to ready a chosen character, which means you can go ahead and quest with your Prince John if you need to that turn, because you can play her and then ready him anyway, so your opponent can't challenge into him as easily. So a lot of nice little utility there with the Lilo. Again, Maui, because you're going after their hand, you're a discard deck, but you're still going to have to deal with their board at a certain point, because especially if they go wide, or if they realize what you're playing and they just try and stick down to have the better board state, and they're like, okay, discard deck, challenge into me, answer my board. Can you beat my board? Because let's be honest, a lot of your characters aren't that strong on the board presence. Queen of Hearts can be pretty good utility. Otherwise, 1/3, 1/2, 1/2, 2/2, 1/2, 3/2. You see the common factor here is a lot of them only have 2 willpower until you start getting into the higher costs, like your Crickies, your Mauis, your Lilos, and also 4 Half Sharks. Pretty much every Ruby deck, if you have Half Shark, is playing Half Shark. Set 8 is... It's not the reign of Jafar, it is the reign of the evasives, this format. If you can't answer evasives, your deck probably isn't going to be doing very good. Whether it's Diablo, Half Shark, you got Iago, you got the Peter Pan, you got Pan's Shadow, you got Genies, you got Elsa's. There's so much evasives running around right now that if you don't answer them or have a way to answer them, you're just in a lot of trouble. Playing Blurple, when I go against Shark style decks, a lot of the times I ignore most of their big threats. Like Tamatoa, I usually just challenge into it if I have to. I don't worry about it too much. You just save your Hades for the Mauis. Maui is just such an important card for these decks, and not necessarily important, but it is such a game wrecker because he's a 7/5 and just continually getting back undermines your any other discard cards that are also going to be able to trigger your John for draws. Getting back Pirate's Life for the 3 lore because he gets you an extra lore on top of the Pirate's Life and taking it 2 away from your opponent. That's a 5 lore swing each turn. Like Maui-Half Shark, when they get this card down, a lot of time your opponent just has to stop until they have an answer. They can't just start questing, especially if you have a good card in your discard or in their discard to grab back off the shark. Like, it puts you in such a weird spot. Every deck in the game right now should have an answer for Half Shark. Otherwise, I hate to say it, but what are you doing? So we got 11 actions, 11 songs. Undermine. This card is absolutely crazy, giving +2 strength and forcing your opponent to discard a card at just 2 cost. This card helps you answer board and their hand. It goes after multiple fronts. You can say like play Ursula on 2, Prince John on 3, then you play Undermine on 4. Now your Ursula is a 3/3. You make them discard a card, you get to draw a card, and you get to take out a card on their board. That is insane value that you're just getting out of these other cards, especially if Ursula already hit a song. So if she already hit a song, and now you're getting a draw off your Prince John, and then you're getting another discard off them, and you're trading into a character. That's 4 cards of theirs that you took out in a very, very efficient fashion. This card is absolutely crazy, and it's kind of like the Ludwig von Drake, where it's if it was in a better color combination, this card would be absolutely broken. Well, it seems pretty damn broken, and they just won a 73-person event. Maybe it's time we respect this deck a little bit. Maybe it's why Green Steel Discard's seeing less play, because discard as a whole, we're seeing Amethyst Emerald, we're seeing Amber Emerald, and now Ruby Emerald. Where's the Sapphire Emerald discard, guys? Come on. Where you at? We got 4 Brawls, 2 Hypnotize, and also a Dragonfire. Dragonfire is another answer for a Half Shark. It's an answer for a Crab. It's an answer for a Genie. It's an answer for an Iago. It's an answer for a Pan. Peter Pan is a big threat right now, guys. Don't let Pan go unchecked. He seems so innocent as a 2/3, 1 quester. But the fact that they can just slap down an Iago and rush into something is kind of threatening, and it's something you really need to do if you're trying to win that evasive battle. 4 Sudden Chills, 4 We Don't Talk About Brunos, and 3 Pirate's Life, rounding it out. And then also 2 Hidden Coves. Looking over it, I messed with it very briefly, I tested on Best of One on Lorcanita a little bit, never took it to an event, so saying this with little actual playing of the deck, I like the Dormouse tech a lot. It's not something that I had ran. One thing I really do like in Emerald decks right now is the 3-cost Lewis, who's the 4/3 and gives Reckless to your opponent just because you slap it down, force them to like trade a Genie into it or do something, and can put them into weird situations, but it doesn't force a discard. It doesn't really play into that role as much either, so really I like the deck a lot. Like, a lot of time I'll try and like point out suggestions or things that maybe I would try differently, but I don't know, like it looks pretty solid top to bottom. I'd say Dormouse probably one of those flex spots. He's just got some niche tech uses, but as a 2-cost character, he's not really in the way neither. Not necessarily a card you want to top deck into late, but that's why we're just playing the 2 copies of it as well. Like Diablo's going to stay, Ursula's going to stay. I guess Queen of Hearts technically could be a tech spot, but she's pretty important with the being able to go like 1/4 into something, especially if you go into it with something else first. Use her to finish it off. Now she's a 4/4 and can trade into a second character once again very efficiently, because going after their hand's one thing. You do have to be able to take out their board, or say you have her out, you play a Cricky, now she's a 4/4, gets damaged, she stays a 4/4 after that turn, unlike your other characters that are boosted by Cricky. So I don't even know if I would call Queen of Hearts a tech spot. Like that's pretty solid there. Chip also I think is part of the core is 3. Maybe you could cut down to 1 or 2 if you were trying to fit in a specific card because you really like it. I definitely wouldn't cut Chip altogether though, so I'd say Dormouse and like 1 copy of Chip right now are kind of your 3 flex spots if we're just trying to nitpick and look for something. But again, if I were to play the deck, I'd probably just, people hate it, but I would net deck it and I would just go try it out and see how it goes first. I wouldn't change a thing to start. And then the Dragonfire. Those are probably your 4 flex spots in the deck. It'd be insanely cool if Cody ends up seeing this video. And if you do, Cody, let me know what you would consider, if anything. Like I said, it's pretty solid. Like I said, I'd start out with this exact list, and I don't know if I would change a thing after testing. Like, it makes sense top to bottom. But yeah, I'd say if I had to pick 4 flex spots, I would assume 2 Dormouse, a Chip, and Dragonfire as your 4 flex spots, if there's another card that you like to try to push into your deck. But overall, just want to say again, once again, shout out to Cody. Great job. 73 people, first place, playing a deck that just isn't that common. That's why Lorcana's in such a good spot right now. There's so much creativity going around. There are so many different decks. This is the only format out of 8 so far where every single color combination has topped an event. Per my standards, I know, bias, everything like that. Spreadsheet's linked down below if you're curious what counts as a top, what doesn't, if you want to follow it. I do have to get this weekend added into the spreadsheet still, but I think the game's by far in the healthiest place it's ever been. I love it. I'm having a blast with it. Let me know how it's going for you guys. But yeah, so don't forget too, we have our 6,000 subscriber giveaway still going on. We eclipsed 5,700 subscribers now, and I want to give a box of Fabled away. Let's go ahead and get it. Started to slow down a little, but we've seen spikes much bigger than this in a shorter period of time. I'm going to try and continue to consistently upload, and if we hit 62, don't forget, we're going to give away 2 boxes, and it should be a pretty good time. So thank you guys for watching. As always, like, share, subscribe, comment down below.